Alright, hello, general public, world, YouTube. My name's Brandon, and it's probably my second or third YouTube video. I haven't really done anything at all. But basically what I want to do right now for this video is do maybe kind of like a review slash unboxing of that giant thing right there. It is the NECA 22-inch Alien Warrior from Aliens, and I didn't even know that they were coming out with this. I haven't really been checking NECA's website updates lately. I've just been all caught up in the SH Monster Arts lineup, mainly the Godzilla 2001. If you're familiar with those figures, they're the highly articulated SH Monster Arts Tamashii Nations Godzilla monsters. That's all you need to know. They're highly articulated and they can do crazy stop motion shit. Like, they're pretty cool. So that being said, I've been kind of faulting on the Aliens stuff, which is kind of hard to believe if you're looking in the back there. There's quite a bit. But yeah, let's take this guy out of the box and just general impressions of the figure. I saw it in the store, but, well, of course, sorry. Before we start, I'll tell you actually how I stumbled upon this guy. I went to my local comic book collectibles shop, Toy Traders. By the way, I live out in Langley, British Columbia, Canada, and it's apparently the biggest collectible shop in Canada, and it's right basically in my backyard, so that's kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, I went in 2 days ago, saw this guy on the floor, of all places, and it just threw me off guard. I was just blown away. I'm more of a big chap fan myself from the first movie, Alien, 79, but I saw this and I was just blown out of the water like instantly, and I'm like a real stickler for the new NECA figures because they've gotten more popular, and that can either mean that the quality control just goes up or down, and I've noticed both in some figures, like the new quarter scale Alien Big Chap, basically kind of a recast of the 2008 mold. Wasn't very good, and I hate saying that because it's my favorite Alien, it's my favorite suit, and it just, lack of a better term, just kind of sucked. The dome, the see-through opaque dome, you can clearly see the seams right stuck in the middle where they were compressed together, and it wasn't even really sanded down properly. And some of them, which I thought was kind of cool, that some of them have closed mouths, like closed lips, and some have open lips, which was kind of neat. But it wasn't executed too well. The plastic is a really crappy quality. Most of the ones I've seen in boxes, in person at least, all the gums are peeling off, they're sideways, the jaws are kind of like this in the box, like just wasn't the best built thing. And the paint job on it I wasn't really too happy on, because they literally just took the gunmetal gray and the dark smoky look of the skin and just slapped a bunch of brown dry brush and highlights all over it, and it looked like it was kind of rushed, which I didn't really understand because they already had the molds to go. All they did was basically do a resculpt of the head, add some wrist ball joints type thing, rather than just having the swivel with the old one. You can't really see it, the camera sucks. But he's actually right next to the Joker, like that's how tall he is. But anyways, getting on to this guy, let's crack him open. So this is the box, big box, and yeah, I love it. It's I think the main reason they released this guy in a quarter scale is because of the 30th anniversary of Aliens this year, and the 35th of Alien was a year and a half, 2 years ago. So and they kind of released some new Alien figures in conjunction with that. They did Ripley in her flight crew suit. I think they did her in the compression suit. And then they did the standard big chap, which again faltered with the same screw-ups as the quarter scale, which was really disappointing because it's a fan favorite, and if you're going to do a fan favorite, you know, do it well. You know, like the teeth weren't as pronounced as they should have been. Once again, the paint was weird. The head didn't really need a resculpt. Like, I think it looked great before. But that being said, a lot of people said the first wave of NECA's Alien looked too much like McFarlane's, and I kind of agree with that. But at the same time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But apparently it was that bad, so they had to redo it. Rather than just with the Alien Warrior figure, which has been released like 3-4 times and it's just been repainted. I don't even think it's been retooled, that being said. But yeah, getting onto this guy. Just judging on the camera, I think I'm just going to talk about it. Not even do a review yet in case I get a better camera or, you know, decide to do some updates with that. Get it all less fuzzy and shitty looking. But yeah, these are just my general thoughts. I'm just talking. If this isn't really your type of review / discussion, there's a bunch of channels that are actually pretty cool. Outside the Box, I love. He's really just kind of down to earth, and I don't know, I just like watching him. There's Shartimus Prime. You guys have all heard of him. He's pretty cool. Diego Doom does a lot more Godzilla otaku-y type stuff. Who else is there? Obelisk Collectibles. He just did a full in-depth review on this guy. The only thing he didn't really cover was, well, I mean, he covered it, but he didn't demonstrate it, was the articulation. He had it in a fixed pose and just left it. But yeah, let me just finish talking about this. So here's the front of the box, standard window packaging, which is nice. Literally just a clone of the quarter scale Alien figure. And for some reason I didn't really like that box. It was, I don't know, it felt weird. Like the way how they used all green all over the box, and it was clashing with how brown the figure was. And it probably wasn't that brown, it was just me seeing it with the green really pronounced that. And that was the main turnoff, which sucked, because I was thinking, oh yeah, I could have 2 big chaps, but then just comparing it to the one I have, I honestly like that one more. A lot of people, they complain how you can't close the mouth entirely, but I don't think the big chap Alien looks as menacing with his mouth completely closed anyway. An example being the Sideshow 35th anniversary big chap. They didn't close his mouth. They have it open, but it's slightly open, so it's very snarly looking. Yeah, and that's a whole other side note. That was just a disaster of a piece in production. I just happened to get a really, really good one. I'll release another video shortly after this one to discuss that. But yeah, sidetracked again. So, Aliens, quarter scale Xenomorph Warrior, that's cool. Go on the side of the box. It's just a profile of it in a prefixed pose, which is nice. Description: Sole survivor, the Nostromo, Ripley, is discovered in cryogenic sleep, blah 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 blah. If you haven't seen the movie, you shouldn't even be watching this, so not really gonna read the back of this box, because you should already know what it says. But I will read this. Nearly 2 feet tall, over 25 points of articulation, jaw opens, inner mouth extends, bendable tail. Standard stuff with what you expect from NECA. But, like I said, in the past, all we had were McFarlane toys, which were great, but they weren't superb. And some of what NECA has been pumping out is superb. Another good thing about this guy in particular was the teeth. You can see the teeth here, but it's not, of course, it's not picking up properly. But my biggest gripe for Alien toys, period, is the teeth. If the teeth are painted shoddy, the figure overall looks shoddy. You can have it just everything is on point, but if the teeth are crap, the figure looks like crap. I used to have in my possession the Play Arts Kai Lurker Alien, which was basically the big chap, just really, but a lot more athletic. He had the double jointed knees, reminiscent to that of like a big cat or like a T-Rex, with the way the leg hinges around rather than just having the standard humanoid hip, knee, ankle, foot type deal. I personally loved that figure, but something that they did wrong with it was the teeth were painted fine, but that one, the teeth weren't pronounced at all. They were very, very small, and it just took away from the whole figure, and it really disappointed me because it was one of my favorites. I sold that and got something else I can't even remember, but that was one of the best big chap styled figures I've ever seen, and the posability was awesome. It because of the double jointed leg design, it could have a lot of prefixed pose without needing support from the tail, which was beautifully done. And unfortunately, just the makeup of the alien design, it unfortunately requires mostly support from the tail, because the dome design is just so top heavy, and the way, like, where the weight is in the figure, it just, unless you have a display stand, which really takes the effect away a lot of the time, you're going to be sitting him on his tail, which is fine. Honestly, I could care less. The only thing I use with a display stand, and you can actually clearly see that one in the back, is the NECA Deluxe Queen. She literally needs it because she never stands up like this in the movie, but that is the only way you can pose her without her needing her stand, which is fine. I honestly kind of expected that. She's so forward and top heavy, and then her just little high heel feet is just not going to work. Laws of physics are just going against you there. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say right now. I'm excited to reviewing this guy, getting him out of the box. It's just a beautifully, beautifully done piece. The paint, the shimmer effect on it, on the dome. Just, yeah, I'm kind of at loss for words. It's one of the best pieces I've ever seen. And for retailing $150 Canadian, depending where you go. Yes, the exchange rate sucks dick right now, but that's fine. Realistically, for $150, if you're looking to spend that money anyways, and you like this sort of stuff, it's honestly, there's no buyer's remorse with this one. If you get a good one with spot-on teeth, like I do, which I'm so happy about, and no glue slip and no paint defects, I really, really strongly recommend picking it up. It's just a phenomenal piece. I've actually cleared off my table. That's where he's gonna go, behind the Alien Anthology book, and you can kind of see it on the bottom of the table. I have the Kotipakoya grid alien statue. He used to sit on top, and now he's gonna go on the bottom, which is good because you can still see him, and then this big monster is gonna go. And now I also need to say, this figure in the box, his knees are slightly bent, so he's not gonna be as big as the box, but he's pretty fucking close, and that's pretty damn impressive for nearly 2 feet tall, 22 inches. It's pretty close to 2 feet, and for only $150, a fully articulated, beautifully painted figure of high quality. You're getting that for only $150. And as a comparison, you can buy just a head from Sideshow, and now the difference is, because of value, it's gone up. That particular piece is worth like $1,000. And it's beautiful, but it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. So if you want something that you can actually kind of do something with and switch up the poses and appreciate every day on different angles, get this. It's totally worth it. Yeah, he's just gonna go. But you can just see, like, I'm 6'1", and this thing is huge. Like, it's big. It's actually going to scale up quite nicely with the Concorde. Well, it's bigger than him, but this alone is a very rare piece, and this is just a huge piece in itself. Like, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. This is a whole other review. Yes, haters, this is the Concorde 89 Godzilla. I don't care that is a recast of the Kyoto model kits. I do not believe that that is a bootleg. It's stamped Toho on the bottom. It's licensed, all rights reserved, circled R, the whole fucking deal. It's a cool figure. I think it's neat. Even if it is bootleg, it's a very expensive bootleg, and I got mine for literally free. Like, I had to pay shipping on this, because a good friend of mine traded it to me. So, even if I did lose $50, I lost $50 on something that is listed on eBay for 800 Canadian. Can't really complain on that one. So, that being said, yeah, I'm pretty excited to do some more reviews, especially when I do a new camera. I'll probably do some reviews with my phone, just because, you know, it's easier, camera's better, which is funny because you'd think on the laptop it would be better, but it's not. I also might be doing vlogs, if I can. For those of you who don't know me personally, I'm actually an acting student at Capilano University right now, which is really exciting. And this is just a hobby of mine. Like, as you can clearly see, I love this shit to death. It's kind of like having your childhood always intact, but I don't know, like, a lot of people, I'm actually really surprised how much support I have from the people that I know, because it is kind of a strange thing being 20 years old and going out buying toys all the time. But, you know, everybody has their things, right? I work at a shop as well. All my friends are car guys and stereo guys. I'm kind of a stereo guy, as you can see. A little bit, not really. I need to get a more heavy-duty receiver. But anyways, that being said, yeah, everybody has their hobbies. I just like this shit, and it keeps me sane. So I think that concludes my first video. We're already, oh my god, we're at like over 18 minutes. Yeah, if anybody out there who might watch this, leave a comment. I don't expect you to subscribe because I have like no videos. And there's no content as of now, so it's me doing an anime figure review, me being a total dick about it. That's my buddy's, a 4-second Vine fail at my school regarding our new student lounge, and this, talking about that and this stuff. So, might release some more videos, might not. Alright. This is Brandon signing off. Where's the stop? Oh, there we go.